Hi guys, Julie Motlag here with Niche Fragrance House. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notified when I release a video and if we are having discounts on our niche fragrance site. So I have a really exciting video tonight. I want to talk about the top 10 Xerjoff fragrances that I love to wear during the cooler season. So fall going into winter. I have a great lineup tonight to talk about, but I also have a couple of announcements. So the first one is that all of the fragrances, as a matter of fact, our entire Xerjoff collection, starting Saturday at 8 a.m. through to the following Saturday at 8 a.m., the entire collection is going to be 10% off at Niche Fragrance House. So if you like any of the fragrances or want to try them out that we're talking about tonight, or you just need a refill, take advantage of our discount code. So that will be Xerjoff 10. The other announcement is that we have a new program that is giving back. So it's called Perfume for Paws, and every purchase that is made, a percentage of that sale will be donated to help animals who are trying to recover or just looking for their forever home. And while they are in foster care, we are giving them the opportunity to get medical treatment or see a vet. So we are donating a percentage of all of our sales to help our fur friends. So with that said, let's get into these Xerjoff fragrances. So the first fragrance I have is actually called Cambridge Club. If you've watched some of my other videos, you've probably heard me speak about this one. I think it is a staple in your fragrance wardrobe for fall, mainly because it's just so crowd pleasing. It's really warm and cozy, and I just don't see a lot of people not liking it. But it layers really well with a lot of other fragrances. So Cambridge Club it's a little rosy in the top. It's some caramel, some bourbon, vanilla. Like I said, there's a little bit of that rose note to it, and it has some sweetness, some powderiness, ever so slightly spicy. But this is just such a beautiful fragrance. It's I don't know, it's a little gourmand to me. It smells ever so slightly like Intense Cafe, but better in my opinion. And I layer this with Bonfire Bash, the lotion from Bath & Body Works. So really fantastic scent. The next scent that I have is probably one that you guys have heard a lot about, you want to try. It's been hyped up, and for good reason, because it is an outstanding fragrance, and that is Ivory Root. So Ivory Root has some spicy notes. It's got some basil in the top, which I think is what makes this such a unique fragrance, is that basil that you smell. It's got some sandalwood, some patchouli. It's warm, it's a little woody, it's fresh. It's very like herbal and a little like warm and balsamic. It's very nice. It's just such a pretty fragrance. Very unisex. A man or a woman could wear this. When I wear it, my husband goes crazy for it. Like, this is one of his favorite ones. So I absolutely love this. It's just so warm and cozy. It's like something that I would wear if I'm wearing a pretty skirt with a, cute halter top and maybe a jean jacket, and I'm going to like, just an intimate dinner with my husband or something. I love to put this on because it gives you that like warm and cozy vibe. So really love this, and highly recommend it. Next up, I have a couple fragrances that I think are, one is very hyped, and I like these both because they have this really powdery and kind of floral and fruity notes to them. And so the first one is La Capitale. So I'm sure you've heard of this. It's, Demi Rawling talks about it. Lots of different reviewers talk about this, and it's because it's magnificent. This baby right here gets me more compliments than almost any other fragrance that I wear. whenever I wear this, men go crazy for it. It's like they will walk up to me and be like, what are you wearing? And so this one has, it's very fruity in the top. So it's got some strawberry, some caramel, peach. I think the like main players in this fragrance is going to be your leather notes, mixed with the saffron and, I guess the strawberry, the peach, maybe some of the labdanum. But then in the base, it's got a little bourbon and vanilla. So you mix all of this together and you just get this sweet, fruity, ambery, powdery, almost woody, and a little powdery and metallic fragrance. It's just, I don't know. This is just a very, very special scent. I'm putting this in my collection for fall and the cooler weather because it's got that kind of woody powderiness, that calming feeling that you like during the colder season. But because it's got the fruit and the peach and the strawberry, I think it's also good for warmer weather too, for the right occasion. But definitely great performer, lasts a really long time. It's not too loud or in your face. It's just right. I love it. The next one I have is Pico viadama. So this is not everybody's cup of tea because it is very powdery, very aldehydic. But I absolutely love it. I would say it's probably one of my top 3 favorite fragrances of all of the fragrances I wear. Xerjoff and non-Xerjoff. I just love this fragrance. I have a backup bottle too. I don't know, there's just something so soothing about it to me, and just fresh, and I don't know, I really love it. It's definitely unisex, so man or woman, it's going to smell great on both. This is, like I said, very aldehyde heavy and powdery, and then some of the other notes are going to be bergamot, neroli, some lemon, some rose, so it's a little citrusy, and then you get a little bit of that rose. But the other thing that you get is a little bit of iris, which I love iris scents, and this one really shines through in Pico viadama. It's got some vanilla and sandalwood in the base, but I mean, I absolutely love this. I've worn it out several times, and whenever I do, somebody always gives me a compliment. So I have read some reviews where people like compare it to Chanel No. 5. It smells nothing like Chanel No. 5. The only reason that it's comparable is purely because of that powdery aldehydic note. So anyway, if you haven't tried it, get your hands on a sample or give it a try. It's fantastic. So these next 2 fragrances literally blew me away when I got them. And I purchased them both during the summer months. So I've been holding out to wear them because they are, in my opinion, probably cooler weather fragrances. The first one just is so unique. It is opera. And this one is kind of fruity, a little bit of rose, some ylang ylang, some nutmeg and amber and leather. It's very sweet, a little woody, it's a little fruity, there's some yellow florals, it's very fresh, a tiny bit powdery with some vanilla, and I think some patchouli in there as well. You can detect it a little bit. But the way that I would explain this fragrance, it's definitely got some leather in it, but not the, cowboy, like horse saddle leather smell. This is your like Lexus leather smell. Very smooth, very creamy. It smells so good. And then it's just that like supporting note to support the fruits and the florals in this. It is so unique. I have never smelled anything like this, and I get tons of compliments when I wear it. It's just very classy and refined. Like the bottle is so beautiful. It's like this black velvet, and I will say it's definitely like black tie type of fragrance. It's beautiful. I wore this to a wedding recently, and at the wedding, just so many compliments. And not only that, it's beast mode. Like it lasts forever and ever and ever. You only need a few modest sprays when you put it on, And I mean, when I wore it and took my dress off from the wedding, the next day when I went to hang it up, I could smell opera in my closet. It was that strong. So really, really great performer, beast mode, and 100% worth trying out in my opinion. The next one that to me is as equally unique as opera is Muse. And this one is also like the velvet, and I think the velvet collection. And this one it's also got like a leathery, kind of that smooth, creamy, leathery scent to it. But this one, whereas opera is like more formal, this one's like fun and flirty. So the key notes here, the really fun notes that I love are the plum and the leather in the top with some white florals. There's a little bit of jasmine peeking through, and just maybe a tiny bit of amber. There's a little bit of raspberry and some benzoin. It's just the plum and the leather are like, hey, here we are, smell us. We are dancing together the entire time you're wearing this fragrance. It is so much fun. I went through several fragrances that I've picked out for a wedding that I'm going to next weekend. I guess it's wedding season. And this was hands down my husband's #1 pick. So this is the one I will be wearing to the wedding next weekend. If you haven't tried this, I could not recommend it enough. It is so much fun. In my opinion, it leans a little feminine, but you could totally pull it off as a unisex scent. And this one is super beast mode. It lasts and lasts and lasts, probably 12 plus hours on your skin. So next up I have two that I think they go really well together. I layer them sometimes, but alone they are outstanding. So the first one is going to be no surprise. Everybody's heard of this. It's a fan favorite, and that is Bouquet Ideale. So this one has some spiciness. It's a little woody. There's some oud in it, some sandalwood. I think what makes this so unique is the tobacco blossom. It really, that and the cinnamon and the nutmeg really give it this like unique, very kind of feminine scent to me. It's just gorgeous. It's from the Casa Marati line, and I just love it. I bought this one and the next one I'm about to review together. And when I smelled them, I thought that they were the same fragrance with just a couple of different things added into the next one. But I absolutely love this. It's so cozy. Like, it just reminds me of the holidays and just leaves falling outside. And then the closer you get to like Christmas, you want to wear it when you're sitting around the fire. It's just gorgeous. It's such a beautiful, sweet, slightly floral, woody, vanilla, just beautiful winter of a cool weather fragrance. I know a lot of you have probably tried this fragrance, but if you haven't, like this one right here is hands down something you need in your wardrobe. It's so fantastic. The next one is a little more, I think, controversial in that people either hate it or they love it. I love it, and that is Italica. So I had somebody recently ask me if this is a more like feminine or masculine scent. I think this is like right down the middle unisex. And first of all, it's a gourmand. It is decadent, delicious. It smells like, toffee, almond, cookies with some, oh my gosh, this one is so yummy. It's milky, it's lactonic, it's got a little saffron, the almond scent. I mean, there's just nothing like Italica to me. There's other gourmands that smell similar that have done a very good job. But to me, Italica is like the holy grail. They nailed it. And I mean, it's just so beautiful. So what I do is I put Italica on first, and then I layer that with Bouquet Ideale. I don't do it all the time because I do like to wear them separately, but I just think they're so beautiful. And going into the holiday season, these two are like the ones that I wear probably most frequently. They're just, I don't know, there's just something about them that make me feel so good. And these also, I have been layering under it Bonfire Bash. So this is very like marshmallowy, vanilla, Bath and Body Works lotion. It just makes it pop when I put on Italica and Bouquet Ideale. So definitely try them out. Again, everything's going to be 10% off on my site, including these two fragrances. And if you haven't tried them, 100%. These are two of my favorites. So the next two I have are also from the Casa Marati line. And I know you're going to be very familiar with at least one of these. So the first one is Lira by or the Casa Marati line. And this one is like a lemon pound cake, like just yummy. I mean, it's so soothing and light. To me, it leans feminine, but it is unisex. So I think man or woman could wear it. I just think it would probably be a little too feminine. But that's just my opinion. So this one is, there's some blood orange in the top, lavender, cinnamon, some licorice, there's caramel, vanilla, and it's got a little musk. This is just so gorgeous. And I mean, it's a crowd favorite, hands down. So this one, Bouquet Ideale, Italica, these are all big Xerjoff wins. And for good reason. It's just amazing. This one is not beast mode, but it does have some good longevity. It is lighter, so even though it lasts, you may not smell it as strong as time goes on, but it's a really, really great scent. And as a little bonus, I'll tell you that I've been really into layering lately. So one of my favorite scents to layer this with is Montal Chocolate Greedy, or Cambridge Club by Xerjoff, that we talked about earlier. So it layers really well, but it's also wonderful on its own. I absolutely love this. And so the next one I have is one that I didn't love when I first got it, but I have sparked a new love affair with this fragrance, and that is Dolce Amalfi. This one has some cardamom, some saffron. I think the big player here as far as notes are going to be the cloves. And so it's got a little bit of incense and vanilla, some tonka bean. It's very warm and spicy and ambery. And a lot of people compare this, and I don't disagree, to Bazooka bubblegum. I mean, I wouldn't say it's an exact match to the scent or the way that it tastes, but it is very, very similar. And it's so much fun. So I really fell back in love with this scent after I wore it a couple of times. And this is 100% going to be my Halloween scent, because it's that like bubblegum smell on Halloween night when I was growing up. Everybody's chewing their bubblegum that's terrible for their teeth that they got while they were trick-or-treating. And this just reminds me of that. I don't know why, call me crazy. But this is going to be my Halloween scent. I absolutely love it, and it lasts forever. So great scent. All of these scents are fantastic for the fall and the cooler weather. One that I did want to go back to and mention, I forgot to mention it earlier, is Pico viadama. So it is very aldehydic and powdery, as we discussed. And so to sweeten it up just a little bit, I have actually been layering it on top of Nishane Ani, which has that really vanilla scent to it, very sweet. And so this on top of it is, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I actually wore it today, this combination, and I went to get some stuff from my hair salon. And when I was walking by, at least 3 people stopped me and said like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. So I don't know if they were smelling the combination or if they were smelling Pico viadama or Nishane Ani, but the combo was a winner, clearly. So definitely try it out if you have those. It's so much fun to wear. But anyway, don't forget the sale starts tomorrow, which is Saturday, and it will run for 7 days. So 10% off with discount code Xerjoff10. Looking forward to helping you guys. If there's any questions that I can answer for you about any of the Xerjoff fragrances, just let me know. Thanks, happy fall, and have a great weekend.